ARV times 70% minus repairs minus wholesale fees, if you have any, equals your MAO, your maximum allowable offer. All right. And so let's practice. Get out your handy dandy calculator. Let's get out our calculator and let's practice. Let's say we found a house and it's worth $200,000. Okay. And the repair is going to be $60,000. What is your MAO? Use this formula and calculate it out. And let's do a rehab MAO and a wholesaler's MAO. How much do you want to make on this deal? So 200,000 times 0.7 minus 60,000 is 80. So if you're a rehabber, you should be offering 80K. If you're a wholesaler and you want to make 10 grand, 70K. If you want to make 15 grand, then you get to make 75. If you want to make 15 grand, then you do 75K. I'm sorry, 60K, 65K. Yeah, so minus 15. Yeah, 65K. If I wanted to make $15,000 on this house and I was a wholesaler, I would have to put this property under contract for 65K. Okay. That is what, that is how you do that. That's a quick analysis when you're walking through. If you're at a house and you want to run a quick analysis, use the ARV formula. Okay. Now, there are deal analyzers in the forms directory. There's deal analyzers and there's repair estimates that you can use. And then also there's like apps. There's all kinds of apps. And then there's Flipper Force. Or, well, I think somebody said Rehab Valuator. I used, for many, many years, I used the Rehab Valuator. That's what I did. It's kind of a little bit complicated, but he does a whole bunch of videos and kind of shows you how to do it. I mean, of course, there's always a learning curve when you're learning some new software. But honestly, the truth of the matter is that the interface of Flipper Force is like beautiful. And Rehab Valuator is kind of like a spreadsheet. So if you think in spreadsheet terms, like me, I'm a spreadsheet person. Then Rehab Valuator works great. If you don't think in spreadsheet terms and you just want somebody to like walk you through the whole process, then you would do like a Flipper Force is what you would do. Okay. And it's Flipper, like Flipper, like Flipper Force. Flipper Force is what it's called. And they are both in the forms directory or in the members portal, which I can show you. Now, I wanted to, before we run out of time, now we got the MAO. We know we should be putting offers in. We got our little cheat formula, right? Now you need to put them under contract. You have to run the deal analysis, right? You got to put it under contract. Guess what? There's a contract in the forms directory. Man, that's awesome, isn't it? Okay, cool. Colleen is saying there's a lot of new enhancements to Rehab Valuator. Rehab Valuator is also good. And I like Rehab Valuator because it makes you kind of use your brain a little bit, your bubblegum brain. And like Flipper Force is kind of like a step-by-step process and like it kind of has all encompassing. Actually, Flipper Force is a software that manages your rehabbing company. That's what Flipper Force is. All right. From literally like I'm going out and marketing to I finished and sold the product, the house, what's my numbers on it? Essentially everything in between. That's what Flipper Force does. Okay. And Rehab Valuator is like just a deal analyzer. That's it. Like you can run the numbers to see what your ROI is and things like that. That's the difference between Flipper Force and Rehab Valuator. Okay. Now, I want to share my screen and I'm going to show y'all the contract, and we're going to go through the contract.